Secret studies run by NASA and a well-financed left-leaning consortium have nearly perfected a cure for cancer. The process requires a trip to the planet Venus and involves orbiting the planet a prescribed number of times before returning to Earth. The number of orbits depends on the severity and progression of the disease, but will vary between 8 and 23 orbits. Venus, as it travels through space, produces radio waves in the low Hertz range. The combination of those radio waves and the sun's radiation has a devastating effect on cancer cells. The exposure must be so intense that it cannot be duplicated on Earth, and it must oscillate or turn on and off. The only way to gain the exposure is to get close enough to the sun. The only way to turn the exposure off is to go behind something very large, like a planet. While over the night sky of Venus, the spacecraft is shielded from the rays of the sun. It is this on-off effect that allows the body to maximize the devastation of the cancer cells and is critical to the process, much like a plant uses night to complete photosynthesis. Sadly, the nearly 6 months it takes to get to Venus, followed by the recommended orbiting and the requisite return trip, will cost in excess of $2 billion. As each patient is quite different from another and the whole process needs to be completed as prescribed, there exists no economies of scale. In other words, only one person can make the trip in each space vehicle, hence the demanding cost. Some savings could be realized by sending multiple spacecraft from an Earth-orbiting space depot, but the total price will probably only drop by several $1 million per flight. There's an incredible amount of hands-on a project such as this, and every touch means an increase to the cost. We're looking at a year for each patient round trip. Add in mission control and a comprehensive medical team to limit cost savings. Still, this is great news. There is a cure for cancer. It is real, albeit expensive, and great many things may come from this discovery. From a business standpoint, this poses quite a dilemma. We have a product that billions of people desire. The demand for this product is truly off the charts. It's right behind food and shelter. Alas, the product is too expensive for all but an insignificant few. Startup costs are considerable. Liability risk excessive. Profit margins are untested. And the selection process leaves the business subject to further legal exposure. This is a good example of a business where the numbers just don't work. We have a great product, but there is no way to make money from it. You can fall in love with the product, you can believe it's worth whatever sacrifice it takes to make it available, and you can commit to do whatever it takes to make it happen, but if the numbers don't work, the numbers don't work. Using the ProForma to run those numbers should make it easy to see that this is a bad business and it's time to move on.